information. And basically, for what that means for us is that on tickets that are filed in court, we have to file the original ticket, and then we file the redacted tickets, which redacts address, driver's license number, date of birth, things like that. In order to, and again, in order to do that, DigiTicket has quoted us a price of $1,250 to allow us to prepare those redacted tickets automatically. And it's a one-time purchase price, and I think it is very reasonable and should be approved. But I would ask that it be approved, but not to pay it until DigiTicket fixes the problem that we are having with them, in that for the last 4 months, the tickets that are filed, or the tickets that are written, are not getting to the prosecutor's portal, which show me courts. And what that does on the prosecutor's portal, it comes in the prosecutor's portal, then I look at the ticket, click a button, it's filed. We are not getting any tickets in the prosecutor's portal. They're not getting to us. We've been asking, Kenny's been calling them. I called them Friday. I wasn't really very pleased with the response, but but without those tickets going in the prosecutor's portal, then my office has to manually file every ticket, which means manually put in all the information for the ticket to file it with a certain court. It takes a ton of time, and it means we're not getting from DigiTicket what we should be getting from DigiTicket. So what I would ask is that we not pay this until that problem's fixed. And until I hope it gets fixed soon. I hope it can get fixed and we go on. But if it doesn't get fixed, we're going to have to find somebody beside DigiTicket to do it. I mean, we're just not going to be.
And keep in mind also that redaction program not only affects us, but it affects the fire department, code enforcement, and also animal control. That program is for all tickets that we write throughout the city. It's not just the police department.
It affects every filing that goes to, that is done in circuit court. I mean, you file a lawsuit, you have to file a petition and a redacted petition that redacts any personal information. It is a pain in posterior places.
So do we need to file that, to make a motion today in that matter, or would you rather wait?
Yes, I would. I think we would make the motion that we pay the ticket, or that we purchase this capability for $1,250. It's a one-time purchase fee, but not to pay it until they fix the problem of getting tickets into the VA.
I'll make that motion we pay the DigiTicket dependent upon when they have the corrections made that are needed to be done.
That would be.
And then we can, when we
It's
go to
privilege,
this, yeah, I'll add more when we go to discussion.
So the motion on the floor is to approve the expenditure, but not pay the expenditure of DigiTicket.
Yeah, until they satisfy it.
All right, so that's the motion. Do we have a second for that motion? We have a second. I feel like we'll probably pay that out of general revenue.
That's what the discussion.
Okay. All right. So it's coming out of general revenue for an amount of $1,250. Discussion.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
real quickly, looking over here at this, I think that can be done, and give a little bit of leeway for the finance committee to work on that. I think we can get it paid.
Any other discussion?
No, we don't have to worry about paying it right now anyway, so that'll give you plenty of time to figure out where you want to get the money from.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Seeing there's no more discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Okay, anything else for the work session, committee reports or department reports? All right, we'll move on to unfinished business has been taken care of, the charger bids. New business, item A, is a presentation or appreciation plaque to Ms. Beverly Alfred Thomas. All right. Come on up front here. You got what?
2 broke toes.
2 broke toes, well, you're not missing one.
Okay.
All righty. Beverly, this is a plaque from the city of Kennett, Missouri. In sincere appreciation for your 18 years of outstanding service to the citizens of Kennett, Missouri. Thank you for everything, October 1995 to 2023.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
May I please-
Take this, Thomas, could you guys get a nice picture for the photographer for the paper there? I'm not sure he got the shot he needed.
I'll turn that around so they can see that picture.
All of you don't know me. My name is Beverly Thomas, and I am the 4th child of Leonard and Virgie Younger. And I was very, very sad when I had to close the door of Virgie's place because I didn't have any money. As of 2023, we have 8,847 people. If you don't believe it, I have the paperwork to prove it. And I want to thank everyone in the city for allowing Virgie's to show kindness to you today and every day. We accept nothing in return from you. You owed us nothing. We are treating you with kindness because God accepts believers to relate to all people with kindness. Because God loves us so much, and we at Virgie's Place wanted to show his love to you. And you know, people will forget what you said or what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. You know, I'm only one, but I am one. I cannot do everything, but I can do something. And I will not let what I cannot do interfere with what I can do. As of 2023, we have helped over 2,000 people. Today, I gave out 10 food boxes. I'm working out of my car in my garage. I've had calls for homeless people. I buy water, but I don't have any place that I can give it out. Please put some extra water in your car to give it to our homeless people. All the homeless people in Kennett, they're not on drugs. All of them, they're not mentally. Some of them are divorced. Some of them just had some bad luck. Let's not forget, because we do have a lot of homeless people. And when it was hot and Virgie's was open, people used to come to Virgie's Place to get cool. And in the wintertime, they get warm. They could come in and take a bath. They wash up, they couldn't take a bath. Change clothes, and we would give them clothes. We had diapers, wipes, Depends, household items, furniture, appliances. We had new coats, hats, designer, shoes. We had everything, too many items, too many to mention. I never got a salary. I never charged anything. I never had a company car. I drove Chad to the ground. I know he's glad that I'm letting him rest now, you know. And, you know, it's important to invest in others. Invest in our communities and use your unique talent to make a difference. When we plant seed in other people in our life and in our community, we transform and we use that as a vehicle for change. My mom and daddy used to tell me, no matter if you got $1 or $1 million, when you leave here, you cannot take it with you. So let's please share. Let us work together as a community and love one another. I'm supposed to be closed, but it looks like I'm not closing because people knock on my door, they call me all times of night. We help people regardless of race, creed, color, religion, sexual organ. We don't care where you live. If you say you need it, we give it to you. We kept a Christmas tree up because every day at Virgil's Place was Christmas. You know, and my mama gave me this before she passed. And I want you to listen to this because it brings a lot to me. It says, on the street, I saw a small girl cold and shivering in a thin dress with a little hope of a decent meal. I became angry and I said to God, why did you permit this? Why don't you do something about it? For a while, God said nothing, and that night he replied quite suddenly. He said, I certainly did. I made you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very good, very good. All right. We'll move on into bank balances. In your packet, you have a copy of the ending bank balances for June 30th, 2023. Any questions? We have a motion to approve the bank balances. Motion. Second. We have a second. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. We have a statement of revenue and expenditures in your account for year-end statement of revenue and expenditures. We have a motion to approve. We have a motion. Getting worried there for a minute. We have a second. We have a second. Discussion, changes, corrections. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Someone down there, say yes.
Who's second?
Oh, wait.
James, okay. Sometimes I can hear, sometimes I can't hear.
All right, we have, either Mr. Wake or Chief Lance, approved changes in pay for 3 part-time firefighters.
I can address that. James didn't. Need a motion, we'll do them, well, this person we'll do separately because it's a different pay rate. Bring up names, I'm assuming.
Yes, sir, please.
Okay. Mark Dennis, is making $19.43 an hour, be dropped down to $15 per hour. Puts him in line with everybody else's part. We'll need, that will be the first.
Won't we go, I don't see it being a problem doing all 3 at the same time?
Okay.
I wouldn't do them all.
No? No?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Do them all?
Yes.
And then I have 2 other part-time employees, which are making $11.50 an hour. We need to bring them up to 12 to meet the minimum wage standard.
Okay.
And
That's
that
for-
would be,
Jonathan Cato and Corbin Conley.
thank you.
You're welcome. Do we have a motion for those changes? We have a motion, do we have a second? This has been fire committee approved.
Correct.
All right. Any other discussions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Item A is going to be, Terry, going to throw that on you on the general code ordinance.
Okay. This is an ordinance, we do it every few years, but within the past year, we completely redid our code, the one that's online. I spent probably 30 to 40 hours on the phone with the general code people to go through the entire code book, making the changes. And mainly it's changes that are dictated by change in state law. But we have to pass an ordinance to adopt our new municipal code. first reading is an ordinance adopting and enacting a new code of ordinances for the city of Kennett, Missouri, establishing the same, providing for the repeal of certain ordinances not included therein, except as herein expressly provided, providing for the manner of amending such code of ordinances, providing penalty for the violation thereof, and providing when this ordinance shall become effective.
We'll have two votes, one's the local voice vote, and second will be roll call. So, do we have a motion for this first? So, motion, Carter, second. Palmer. Discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes.
Second reading, an ordinance adopting and enacting a new code of ordinances for the city of Kennett, Missouri, establishing the same, providing for the repeal of certain ordinances not included therein, except as herein expressly provided, providing for the manner of amending such code of ordinances, providing penalty for the violation thereof, and providing when this ordinance shall become effective.
We have a motion for roll call vote.
Motion.
Motion from Mr. Palmer.
Second?
We have a second. Phelps. Discussion.
I just have a question because I have not familiar with this. Is there a list of what these are, or is this just kind of, this is separate from the building code, isn't it?
This is the code of ordinances.
Okay,
What you get online and look at.
okay.
This is that,
And it's for just our city or for the whole state?
for the city.
Okay,
Yeah, but every city has their own
Right.
ordinances.
right,
We have a collected code of ordinances through general code. It used to be a different company, but general code bought them. And what you see online is our code of ordinances. And that's what we're reenacting actually. And there aren't any big changes. I mean, it took a long time to go through every one, but there's really nothing significantly changed.
and just as an example, is it like no spitting on the sidewalk or something like that, or just, I mean, that's kind of.
Well, I mean, it's that would be under the criminal portion under chapter 215. Anything that's an ordinance violation that can be charged in city court is that, from assault to nuisances and everything. That's part of that part of the code. Then there's the part of the code that governs council and its procedures and the organization of the city and the organization of the government. It's all inclusive. Planning and the zoning code ordinances, the planning ordinances are in there. The building code is a part of it. It's adopted. So it's everything. It's the law of the city.
Thank you for your patience and indulging me. I just wanted to know what I was voting for. Thank you.
Well, that's a good point. Good question. Well, this is going to be, any more questions, discussions? Because this will be a roll call vote. Only one of the night, I think. All right, we'll start on this side.
Aye.
Yes.
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 Aye.
Vote is unanimous. Sign, you've got it. All right, it passes. All right, so, Mr. Phelps, would you care to take up the Connex box?
Yes, I would. We have run out of space to put evidence. We've got it stored in every room that's lockable in the city hall. And we discussed this previous, but we'd like to put a Connex right outside the building right here, 40 foot, and to store our evidence in. I have some estimates on the Connex box. One of them was $3,600, which was our cheapest. It's going to cost $750 to pour the concrete. The street department's going to set up the forms and get that done. And we're also going to put a fence about it. And I've got 3 bids on fences. And the cheapest bid was $2,200. It's out of town. The second bid was $2,650, which is in town. And the third bid was $39.24.21. My opinion, I like to take the middle bid just for the simple fact that all the parts and pieces would be bought locally. It is just about $450 higher, but it is in town, and the first bid is $2,200. That is an out-of-town company. So I would like to put that in form of a motion.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion, we do have a second. Now it's time for discussion. Do you have a total cost of this
Total cost $7,000.
$7,000?
I do have a question. Where's the money coming out of?
Say again, I'm sorry.
Where's the 7,000 coming out of?
We approved it, was it during the work session? The finance committee approved it. It's been approved. We'll be able to fund it.
Yeah, and I don't remember where Steve took that out of, but I do know Steve, we talked about that in the work session, and it was good, but wanted to wait until we got the full council in before we made the approval on it.
Unfortunately, we have evidence that we gotta keep and hold on to for a
Yes,
while.
we do.
Okay, motion on the floor for $7,000. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That passes. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
During the work session, we discussed the airport taking over the hangar rental. I contacted the airport board. They have no disagreement with that, but it's somewhat of a policy change, so I'd like to have council support, have a vote, a motion, and a second, and a vote on that, please. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion, second? Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Right, credit card policy has been approved, so we can move that along. Oh, okay, airport, yep, sorry. When you got in my, but all these letters in here, it gets, so, there's been 2 names submitted at the last council meeting, Byron Small and Nicholas Jane. And that's, the airport board has asked for those names to be put on, or those people to be put onto the board. If y'all so approve of that, take that in a motion and a second, we can have a discussion.
Second.
Motion and a second, time for discussion.
How long are these terms for? Do you know?
Let's say 3 or 4 years.
3 of them.
Okay.
3, probably 3.
That is part of what the Human Resources is looking at revamping and
Right.
trying to make sure we get all the committee assigned, all the boards, et cetera, at the same time, so we can have kind of a swearing-in ceremony.
I would love that. You know, 1 time or 2 times a year would be great.
So we'll hopefully be coming up with that before too long.
That'd be great. We do have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Name of Bashir has been submitted for the park board for your consideration for next meeting. All right, Jane. Yeah, Ms. McGrath did that earlier. All right, Mr. Palmer,
Yeah.
you've got the sanitation and roll-off bids.
Yeah, me and all my friends over here,
See that?
I'm gonna read these
Shouldn't be so
off.
hard to get along with.
Yeah. And I'm in a lot of trouble.
Feel like that? You feel like an eye
All right, this is from Camo Disposal. Bid for the roll-off dumpsters, $195 per dumpster for rent and haul, $50 per ton for every ton. Example, 1 haul of 2.64 tons equals $327. All right, put that there. And we're gonna have maybe a difficult time getting apples to apples out of this.
Yes, we are.
It's supposed to be based off 5 tons. That's why we advertise it in the paper.
And this is, Binks Track and Trailer LLC. Bid for roll-off for the city of Kennett. Haul rate is $285, rate per ton is $46.50. total for a 5-ton dumpster would be a total of $532.50. That's based upon that.
5 ton.
Yeah, that we want. All right, Sharp Disposal. Sharp Disposal would like to place a bid for the following containers for the city of Kennett on this 4th day of July 2023. We'd like to say thank you for allowing us the opportunity and considering Sharp Disposal LLC to continue your waste hauler. Below is the prices that we will offer the city of Kennett. 2-yard one time a week is $40. A 4-yard dumpster one time a week is $80. 6-yard dumpster one time weekly is $120. A 2-yard dumpster 2 times weekly is $60. A 4-yard dumpster 2 times a week is $100. And a 6-yard dumpster 2 times weekly is $140. The current dumpster is as follows, and it lists the 1701 First Street has a 2-yard emptied one time a week. 1424 St. Francis has a 2-yard emptied one time a week. 309 St. Francis has a 2-yard emptied one time a week. 207 William Street has a 6-yard emptied one time a week and a 4-yard emptied one time a week. 400 Airport Boulevard has a 4-yard emptied one time a week. 18570 City Road has a 4-yard emptied one time a week. 200 Cedar has a 4-yard emptied one time a week. 200 East 2nd Street has a 2-yard emptied one time a week. And 813 East 5th Street has a 2-yard emptied one time a week. It says it's ended. We would be happy to leave the dumpsters in place and to continue dumping or picking up as usual. Sharp Disposal. After fight there. You have to stop this one. And the winner is. All right, I'm not gonna give you nice after all.
Made it?
Let's see.
Here, I don't like to see you struggle. You'll have to cut yourself anyway.
Terrible. All right, last one, and this is from Public Services. Thank you for allowing your public services to bid on your disposal needs. Please find listed the following quote I have prepared for your consideration. 4 4-yards one time a week, 75 each. 1 6-yard one time a week, 85. 1 6-yard 2 times a week, 150. 4 2-yards one time a week, 60. 2 30-yard roll-offs. Flat rate per pickup is $3.50. Rate per ton is $50. Please feel free to contact with any questions or concerns regarding this proposal. Christie Altman. So we have 2 that address the roll-offs, it looks like to me, and we have several address the dumpsters themselves. So I think we need to look this over, and do we have time to report this back next?
I think we do.
Okay. So I'd suggest
All the numbers have been read out loud, so we can bring it,
go on.
study it, and see what's the best for the city.
Can we get a copy of the bid?
Yes, anyone can. It's wide, it's public information.
Didn't say the envelope.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you doing that. So for you all didn't hear, we're gonna bring it back to the council next time, 2 weeks from tonight, August 1st. All right, Finance Committee Senior Citizen Tax Proposal.
Okay, I think you all remember before the budget year started up, we've heard proposals from 3 different groups, DNA, the Oaks Caring Council and the Ministerial Alliance for Helping Hands asking for monies